Hey guys, we're back and we are reading again with Elodie. She's got some more poems. This one is called From Monday, June 10th, pages from Elodie's notebook. Learning from Jacqueline number 2, Highbridge Lullaby by Elodie Jones. Inspired by Lullaby from Brown Girl Dreaming by Jacqueline Woods. The 4 train rumbles me to sleep at night. Sometimes when the Yankees hit home runs, the stadium crowd joins the chorus, a happy roar that soars out of the park over the streets, right up to Mrs. Diaz on her fire escape. I can hear her laughing into the phone. She calls her mother every night at 10, while her son Robert plucks guitar inside by the window, and below skateboarders roll over every seam in the sidewalk. Ka-thunk, ka-thunk, ka-thunk. And bass-heavy songs pour out of car windows, booming their way up 6 stories into mine. JP's basketball thumps on the floor above me until Mama knocks the ceiling with a broom handle, and his mama makes him stop. I can tell time by the night songs. 11 o'clock comes with a click of a lock and the bodega's metal door rolling down. Mr. Bello rings in midnight when his shift at the fire station ends. I count his slow boot steps up the stairs until his apartment door squeaks open and closed. A city serenade, horn, siren, horn breaks, shouting in the street, and underneath it all, the hum of air conditioners. Water leaking from the one above onto ours. Drip, 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 splat. Wolf Creek Lullaby. Crickets chirp, owls hoot from a tree. Whoo, 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 whoo. Seriously, that's the sound. Like he's trying out to be the owl in a book for little kids. Then quiet, crickets, little bit of a breeze. Somebody's lonely dog barks twice. One car, far away. Maybe it wasn't even a car. Crickets, crickets, crickets. In New York City, they sell night sound machines to drown out city noise with gentle waves and rain. Maybe here they sell a different one. City traffic, neighbors laughing, stadium crowds heading home. If they did, I'd buy one to drown out all this quiet. All right. And then the next page is Tuesday, June 11th, local news from WCRK TV Morning Show. WCRK TV. Good morning, North Country. It's day 4 in the search for 2 killers who escaped from Wolf Creek Correctional Facility. Police believe they may be closing in on the inmates, and that's prompting new safety concerns. Local schools are asking students to wait inside until buses arrive this morning. This may cause delays, but officials say keeping kids safe is their top priority. Local corrections officials are speaking out against a piece in this morning's New York Times. The report claims at least 2 inmates have suffered beatings at the hands of guards since this weekend's escape. An inmate told the Times he saw another prisoner being dragged down the hallway after refusing to answer officers' questions about the escape. Corrections officials deny that report. Bill Tucker, prison superintendent, obviously, we've asked the inmates to share any information they have, but guards are gathering information in their usual professional way. Frankly, it's irresponsible of the Times to report such a rumor when our officers are putting their lives on the line to ensure public safety. Meanwhile, searchers are preparing for wet weather. The forecast calls for pounding rain right into this evening. That could be a problem for police dogs brought in to track the inmates. Handlers say light rain is actually helpful because moisture can enhance a scent. However, today's downpour is likely to wash everything away with the wind, and the wind can scatter scents as well. Sergeant Jennifer Oates, New York State Police K-9 Unit. We'll probably give the dogs a break today, but this rain is going to stop late tonight, and then cool, wet conditions will make tomorrow much better for searching. With 800 officers in the woods now, the inmates don't have a luxury of staying in one place. They may find shelter for a few hours or a night, but they have to stay on the move, and as soon as they're running, they're vulnerable again. We're going to find them. Rain or shine, community members are rallying around law enforcement. Blue ribbons are popping up all over town as a show of support. Tomorrow evening, the Wolf Creek Community Church will host a ham supper for searchers. Church leaders say they have enough food donations, but volunteers are still needed to serve and clear dishes. The supper gets underway at 5 p.m. Tuesday, June 11th, recorded on Lizzie's Whisper Flash Z190. On the way to school, our bus was stopped at a roadblock and a soaking wet trooper got on, so was not an ordinary slice of life sort of morning. Trooper, good morning. Everybody else. Lizzie added a note. Note from Lizzie, we probably should have said good morning or hi or something, but we were too busy staring at the trooper's gun. It wasn't the usual kind that police have on their belts. It was a great big rifle thing over his shoulder. Trooper, anybody see anything unusual last night? Any strangers in the woods? Everybody else. Trooper, no. Okay. Please remind your folks to keep doors and windows locked and call if anyone in your family notices anything unusual. We'll be patrolling again tonight to keep everybody safe. Somebody in the back of the bus. Thank you. Trooper, you're welcome. I really appreciate that. Tuesday, June 11th, Wolf Creek Middle School morning announcements. Good morning, Wolfpack. Please stand for the pledge to the flag. Pledge. Gym classes will be held inside again today. Mr. Russell would like to remind everyone to return those library books. Having materials out this late makes it difficult to finish end-of-year work. Congratulations to students who advanced to round 2 in the Chess Club's June tournament. Match play continues after school in room F4. We have a special announcement now from the Student Council Vice President, Lucy Arnott. Hi, everybody. I'm Lucy, and most of you know that my dad is a corrections officer. The COs and state police have been putting in really long hours searching for inmates and keeping everybody safe. So the Student Council thought it would be nice of our school to do something to show support. We'll be passing out blue ribbons all day. You can tie one around your wrist or in your hair as a way to say thank you. We're also making signs in English classes, except for Mrs. Light's 8th grade honors class, because she says they're behind in reading Fahrenheit 451, and she's going to finish before school ends if it's the last thing she does. Thanks for your support of our brave officers. Thank you, Lucy. A few more announcements. Wolf Creek's Middle School's field day and Mad Mile race are still tentatively planned for this Friday, provided things are safe. If you signed up to bring plates or napkins and haven't dropped them off, please do so before the big day. We're wishing a happy birthday this morning to Isabel Watts and to State Trooper Laura Elliott. She's the officer who's been greeting you at the 7th grade entrance this week. Our quote of the day is from one of America's founding fathers, Alexander Hamilton. He said, "Those who stand for nothing fall for anything." That concludes our morning announcements. Tuesday, June 11th, recorded on Lizzie's Whisper Flash Z190 before and during English class. Before class. Lucy, did everybody get a blue ribbon in homeroom? Nora, I didn't. They ran out. Lucy, here, my mom gave me 55 yards, but we could use even more, and my mom's super busy getting ready for the ham supper. So could you maybe pick some up for us before tomorrow? Nora, maybe. I'll try. I think my mom's going shopping tonight. Lucy, great. Hey, what's that new girl's name? Nora, Elodie. Lucy, Elodie, do you want a blue ribbon? Elodie, no thanks. Lucy, why not? Elodie, I just don't want one. Lucy, you should take one. They're to say thank you to all of the officers. Here, Elodie, thanks. Bell rings to start class. Miss Morin, you probably heard we're doing something different in class today. The student council made these big signs for law enforcement. Each one says thanks for keeping us safe. You can color in the letters and add your own little notes if you'd like to. We'll all sign ours and put it up in the 7th grade hallway, okay? Lucy, can I tell them about the bags? Miss Morin, sure. Lucy, we also need to decorate these brown paper bags I brought in because my mom and some of the other moms arranged for Joe's Mountain Market to donate subs for the dinner for the officers working roadblocks. And the moms thought it would be nice if the bags had personalized artwork from students. So you should decorate one whenever you finish with a sign. Miss Morin, all right then. We've got a sign to decorate and bags to personalize. Your choice of activities today. Whenever you finish what you'd like to do, you can work on letters for the time capsule or read your books. Tuesday, June 11th, letter from Nora Tucker. Dear future Wolf Creek residents, I'm in English class and we're finishing our thank you sign for the police. But I already colored in my letter. I got the H. And decorated a brown bag for some officer sub. Lucy brought in a huge stack of those bags, and if they all get used, that is going to be a ton of subs. Sean's going to be at work until midnight, shredding lettuce and slicing tomatoes. Everybody helped with the sign except Elodie. She didn't want a ribbon either, but she took one because Lucy was bugging her. She didn't put it on, though. I wonder why. Maybe because of her brother being in prison? But he's not one of the guys who broke out or anything, so wouldn't she still want to support the police who are searching? The troopers guarding our school are keeping Elodie just as safe as everybody else, so I think it's crummy not to say thank you. Elodie just sat and read her book most of the period. She doesn't seem all that nice. Just so you know, I'm not a gossipy person. I'm only saying this because by the time you read it, we'll be grown up and probably living it somewhere else anyway. So it's really not like I'm talking behind Elodie's back. I'm writing in study hall now. At the end of English class, one of the state troopers walked in to make sure our classroom windows were locked. They were. While she was talking to Mrs. Moran, Walker and Cole went up to Elodie's desk and asked why she wasn't helping with a sign. She ignored them, but they didn't go away. Lizzie was in the bathroom when this happened, so we didn't record it. But Walker said something like, "Seriously, you're not even going to say thank you?" Cole said his dad and the other officers in his unit were out all night, so the least Elodie could do is color a dumb letter on a sign. To be honest, I was thinking the same thing, but then Walker and Cole started being really mean and talking about Elodie's brother. Cole said Elodie is probably just like him and she ought to go back to Brooklyn or wherever she came from. And that seemed unfair because it's not Elodie's fault her brother did whatever he did to get in prison. Anyway, that's when the trooper came over and asked if there was a problem. Cole said yeah, and the trooper asked if she thought everybody should support the police and help with the sign. He looked all kinds of smug, but then the trooper totally burned him and said no. What she thought was that everybody had the right to make their own decisions, and if somebody can't respect a person's right to do that, then he's the one who's out of line. That made Cole and Walker shut up. It also made me think of maybe I was being kind of mean too, just not out loud. I guess I was being a quieter jerk. Elodie didn't say anything about any of that. But after the trooper left, she went and got a bag and decorated it with these cool trees that looked magical and real at the same time. When she finished, she took it up front and said something to Miss Moran, who said, "I'll make sure." I took a quick picture of the bag with my phone on the way out. Your friend from the past, Nora Tucker. Tuesday, June 11th. This is a picture of the sub bag Elodie decorated. And it says, "Thank you, Trooper Elliott. P.S. Happy birthday to Elodie Jones." So she did a good job with her trees. Good job, Elodie. All right, we'll stop there for today.